Hello and welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Eichenwalde. We have a Platinum Sombra player. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. Pretty cool comp because you're running, first of all, you have Winston Reinhardt, which is perfectly valid, but that's something you don't see very often. You have Lucio Zen, which is cool, but then you have the McCree and the Sombra as well. So a very kind of oddball comp, but I love it. So let's talk about how to play it. So as Sombra, you're on attack. You're going to want to get to the point as quickly as possible. You could do a style where you hack the Mega that's right by the choke, and you guys kind of just grind your way through. If you think your team is coordinated enough to do that, by all means do that. That's perfectly reasonable. But I have a suspicion that it's solo queue. Having that kind of level of coordination is very difficult to kind of charge up that EMP very quickly. So I would recommend that you use your stealth, your translocator, to get behind the point as quickly as possible. Hack a health pack back there. Play around that. Disrupt your opponents. Pull pressure off the choke. And then once you've kind of successfully done that, then we'll actually then your teammates can come through, and then you can start engaging more more confidently, and what's what I'm looking for. You can commit more to the engagement. Whereas kind of like before, you're just trying to like poke and disrupt and pull resources. Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Right out.
Oh, they got the Symmetra. Sneaky, sneaky. Cool.
Always leave yourself a box.
Okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure why you did that, but okay. and what tagged you? Was it a turret? Oh, the turret tagged you.
One pick.
There's a monkey on top.
Mercy's dead and fucking Symmetra's dead. Let's go.
Kill this fucking monkey.
Okay. All right, so if you guys stomped them, I have no idea what they were doing, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay.
She's definitely not gonna have.
All right, so it looks like you go for.
She's definitely not gonna have res.
I would have liked to seen a hack there first. That way you ensure that she doesn't Guardian Angel away from you. Then you can just follow up with a kill. Oh, they just switched to a Widowmaker and a Hanzo. Okay, so they're tilted. It looks like. Okay, so right now you're making a mistake that a lot of flankers make, which is you're not utilizing downtime to get into a nice flanking position. So I would like for you to. Okay, it looks like you're doing it now. To get in position. Okay, so it looks like okay. Okay, so a couple things. First off, that translocator is a little bit dangerous because it's kind of in territory that your enemies can go to. If a Roadhog wanted to just stay there and wait for you to translocate back, he can easily left click you and kill you. So just kind of be aware of that. I think a better. You probably could have gone for, well, is there... Yeah, actually, you probably could have done this with the health pack that's to your left, over here. That would probably be a safer bet. That's more on your side of the map and much more likely to not die to someone waiting for you to translocate. And then also, you did this stealth maneuver right here, but was anyone even in position to see you? I mean, it's not horrible. Yeah, okay, there was a Hanzo, but... You're a flanker. They're gonna expect for you to kind of just be in their back line. So I would have liked to see you kind of walk in here first, do the hack if you were gonna do this. Like I said, I would have liked you prefer to hack that other one, and then you go for a stealth once you're in here. So overall, this play it's kind of a reckless sort of aggression, where I prefer like a very calculated type of aggression. So this to me feels a little bit reckless. So we'll see how it pans out.
There's three of them. Widow.
Yellow Widow.
Oh. Okay. And you're also not using your crouch key. You don't have stealth. You just got it now, actually. So you're kind of just stomping around. They can hear you, so you got to be careful of that.
Oh fuck me! That Roadhog just turned the corner so quickly. My dead eyes on the stuff. If you want to come.
Oh, that tracking though. Okay.
Winston all down.
Nice. Okay, I'm not quite sure why you used stealth there. Actually, wait, but you got detected. Oh, Sonic Arrow maybe? Oh, it must have been Sonic. Okay. Yeah, get the hack. Yes, good, 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 good.
One's just half up top.
I can get over there.
With his ult.
Oh, the shield, you fuck.
Been here all along.
Widow still?
Monkey's one.
Yikes. I feel like I have so much to say about your gameplay, but I'm not quite sure where to start. Because it almost feels like, to be honest, it actually just feels like you don't have a lot of time on Sombra. It kind of feels like you're using all of her abilities as they come up on cooldown, and as they kind of like come into your mind, you're just kind of like, oh, I have stealth, I guess I'll use it. Oh, I have translocate, I guess I'll kind of place it down. And, you know, I'm not trying to knock on you. It just feels like maybe you don't have enough time on Sombra, enough hours on her to kind of make these proper decisions. It just feels, your gameplay feels a little bit sloppy in that way. Okay. So actually, please don't EMP here. Okay, good, you did not EMP. Okay. So, I have a lot to say, and I feel like actually I might just kind of wrap up this video and start talking about it here. Whew. Okay. Let's pause it. Let's talk about two mechanical things that you need to work on. One is you stand still a lot. You should almost never be standing still. I need you constantly to practice spamming your A and D keys, a little bit of WS, and things like that. That is super important. That's gonna allow you to not get hooked so easily, or scatter arrows so easily, headshotted so easily, things like that. Super important. Two, your tracking needs work. Just plain and simple. If you expect to climb, absolutely. If you expect to climb, you're gonna have to work on your tracking. Yeah. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about your hacking. That hack on the Winston was good. Your choice of hacking on health packs, not so good. Again, you're going for health packs that are a little bit too close to your opponents, which isn't always bad, but try to get hacks that are close to your teammates that are not so easily contestable. That's kind of why we see Sombra on defense so often, because there's kind of like a clear spot where your teammates are going to play around, whereas on offense, that spot can change very quickly, very rapidly. So you have to be careful about playing Sombra on offense. You have to really think about your health packs because, yeah. Anyways, we'll kind of leave it at that. I've seen you miss a few translocates, and I feel like just like the sequence of your translocating and stealthing is very sloppy. And I'm not a very good Sombra. I have very little time on her, but I would recommend that you watch some high-level Sombra players. Just maybe watch 1 or 2 VODs and pay attention to the sequence and the time that they use their stealths and their translocates. You want to use them in such a way where you can get as deep behind your opponents as possible while still stealth. So ideally, you want to make it so that you can get behind your opponents safely, undetected, and then when the moment is, and once you get into a spot, you can hide there and then pop out with EMP as necessary, or just pop out with a hack or some left clicks and things like that. It definitely just feels like there's kind of no rhyme or reason to your translocates and your stealths. You're just kind of popping them when they're up and when you're kind of just not doing anything. So, and again, I'm not trying to knock on you, but it just feels like you don't really understand Sombra. So I need you to just put in more hours, look at some, maybe just 1 or 2 VODs from some really good players, and pay attention to how they use their stealth and your translocate. Because right now, that is your biggest problem, I think, is the usage of those 2 abilities. Once you're kind of more comfortable with them, then you can kind of experiment with how to kind of use them dynamically in different situations. But right now, I feel like you need a structure and like a routine to kind of master first. And then once you've kind of done that, then you can kind of break off from that. Cool. So let's kind of play this out for a little bit longer and kind of see what else.
That's fun.
No!
Hanzo's still up there.
Middle did spotted to the back.
See, like right now, yeah, that stealth, like I'm not quite sure what that was for. That translocate's actually not that bad because it's kind of your escape card or jail out of free card. But maybe instead throw that translocate up here towards like that health. Oh, what? Sorry about that. Throw it like up here towards that health pack instead of where you threw it, which was like over here. Yeah.
Be right back.
And I like this hack. That's a good hack.
Yeah, kill that Mercy. Nice.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Okay, so you just stealthed when Widowmaker used her her ultimate. So obviously not a whole lot of value out of that stealth.
Bye bye.
Oh, okay, that's a very optimistic hack. Ideally, you want to try to go for hacks behind your opponents, not when they're looking at you. They're more likely to kill you that way, as you just saw. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this VOD up. Just across the board, there is a lot of things you need to work on, both on a mechanical level, both on a decision-making level. There's not like one, like sometimes I'll kind of have one big thing that I need like a player to work on, just kind of like on a high level. But I feel like there's a lot of details and things you don't quite understand about Sombra, and you need to work on all of them. And then kind of once you maybe have a few more, maybe like another 10 hours on Sombra, I don't know, maybe 20, maybe a little less. Then you can maybe come back, submit a VOD, and we can kind of talk about how to elevate your gameplay. Because right now, your fundamentals are just not up to par. Oh, that's a great hack. This is a really good health pack to hack because your teammates can kind of play around it. That being said, looks like you guys are going to push forward. So that might become useless in a few seconds, depending on how this fight goes, because you guys might just like push this all the way. But still a good hack. It's a good hack to fall back to. So I like that. Cool. Yeah, so I think that just about wraps up this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like the video and please subscribe. Thank you.